Hey people, how you all doing? I'm going to do another video now. Father Stephen on Pentecost Sunday gave me these holy icons. He gave me 8 icons. So maybe I'm going to do a series of videos on these 8 icons. I actually owe Father Stephen 80 quid for these icons. These are blessed at the altar on Sunday. What we do in the Antiochian parish when people have icons is we bless the icons of holy water. Father Stephen will use a leaf to bless the icons, and we will pass the icons around to the congregation. But yeah, so the first icon I want to talk to you about today is hold on a minute. The icon is called Mary, the Mother of God. Hang on, sorry. It's called Mary, the Mother of God, the Virgin Mary, the Protectress, or Protecting Veil. People, welcome back to part 2 of this video. So I'm explaining to you all the meaning of this holy icon, which is Mary, the Mother of God, the Virgin Mary, the Protectress or Protecting Veil. So the Church Slavonic inscription at the top includes the words Sporotelnitsa Kehelibov, which is commonly translated as she who increases the harvest, or the multiplier of bread. So that is this, what I'm talking about is this inscription here. So that means she who increases the harvest, or the multiplier of bread. So what does that icon depict? Well, the icon depicts the Virgin Mary. She is shown standing or hovering above a field of grain. Mary's arms are extended outward in a gesture of blessing, protection and intercession. The wheat field and harvested sheaves below symbolize the fruits of the earth and God's provision. The clouds and radiant mandorla, the almond-shaped halo surrounding Mary, emphasize her heavenly role. So the meaning of the icon. The icon is associated with God's blessing upon agriculture and crops and harvests, prayers for food provision and protection from famine, the belief that Mary intercedes for people and asks God to grant fruitful harvests and daily sustenance. More broadly, the icon symbolizes God's care for both physical needs, bread and spiritual nourishment. So, historical background. The icon became especially known in the 19th century in Russia through the veneration promoted by St. Ambrose of Optina. St. Ambrose encouraged devotion to this image and associated it with prayers for abundant harvest and relief from hardship. So symbolism on the icon. Golden wheat. This symbolizes abundance, prosperity and God's gifts. Blue flowers among the grain. The blue flowers among the grain represent purity and beauty of incarnation. Mary's red robe. Mary's red robe represents love, sacrifice and her humanity. Mary's blue inner garment. This represents heavenly grace and spiritual purity. Mary's open arms. This represents maternal protection and intercession for the world. So this is not merely a portrait of Mary. Well, it is kind of a portrait of the Mother of God. It is a visual prayer asking for God's blessing. It's a visual prayer asking for God's blessing on the land, the harvest and the well-being of those who depend on it. So let's explain the inscriptions in more detail. The inscriptions on this icon are written in Church Slavonic, using traditional lettering style found on Russian Orthodox icons, while the photo angle and decorative script make some letters difficult to read perfectly. The text appears to identify the icon as the Mother of God. Sporotelnitsa Kehelibov, which means she who increased the harvest or multiplier of bread. So the top left inscription begins with a standard abbreviation. This is a shortened form of image icon of the Most Holy Mother of God. Above Mary's head, we have the familiar abbreviation MPOY, or a Slavonic equivalent. This stands for the Greek Mother of God. So in Greek that would be MNT NPOEOU. So those letters here mean Mother of God. So you always see this abbreviation. This will appear on countless Orthodox icons of Mary. Top right inscription, the larger inscription appears to read, and I'm talking about this bit here. This appears to read literally one who increases growth, increase, prosperity, success. And the words NXCBOB means bread, grain, harvest and crops. So I'm talking about this bit here. The letters XAOEB. That means, those words means bread, grain, harvest and crops. So a smooth English translation would be the increaser of bread and she who brings abundant harvest. So the meaning is broader than just baked bread. In Russian religious language, Kaleb bread often stands for the entire harvest and sustenance of life. So why do these words matter? The title expresses a theological idea, and Mary is not viewed as the source of the harvest itself, but she is an intercessor who prays to God for fertile fields, abundant crops, relief from famine, provision for families, spiritual fruitfulness. This explains the imagery. Mary is elevated in heaven. The grain field below represents the earth. Her outstretched arms symbolize blessing and intercession over creation. A subtle symbolic detail in this icon. Unlike many Marian icons that focus on the Christ child, this icon omits the child entirely. So Christ is omitted from this icon, of course. The emphasis is on Mary as a protective and prayerful presence over the fields and harvests. And this is unique to this particular icon type. So based on the style of lettering and painting, this icon looks consistent with a Russian or Ukrainian Orthodox rendering of the Mother of God, Sporotelnitsa Kehelibov type. So there we go. I don't know if ChatGPT can tell us any more. Yeah. So there you go, folks. That is the meaning of this icon. God bless you all, and thanks for watching.